Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Red Elevator. I am Nina Takesh and I am super beyond overly joyed to share with you the hottest, newest 7 of the top kitchen trends for 2022 going into 23. Follow me. The days of a simple white farmhouse sink that you had seen ubiquitously in all of these beautiful homes are gone. So there is a huge emphasis in 2022, and you will see in 2023, this notion of what is a double sink. Now, by double sinks, we mean 2 sinks that are separated, literally separated, and are placed, as you can see in this kitchen with the beautiful brass hood, that these are literally separate sinks, but they are placed side by side. So yes, 2 kitchens have been prevalent in the past, but take a look at this new notion of these double sinks. It's great for homes that keep kosher, for example, or great if 2 people want to work at the same time and they don't want to mix, their poultry juice with their vegetable juice. I know I'm like that. I never want, anything that has to do with poultry or meats to touch anything that has to do with anything else because of salmonella. So these things are not only designed forward, but they're also practical. Sinks are no longer just sinks. Outside of having a double sink, people who do have single sinks have integrated cutting boards, integrated colanders. There are so many great options today that are being made specifically for your needs that you can customize your sink to the way that you live. Stainless sinks used to be primarily for the laundry room, but now we are seeing them in beautiful primary kitchens. And what looks great about it is that they're practical, they're made well, but they're also scratch resistant, some of them, and they patina beautifully over time. We have bronze sinks, we've got aged brass sinks. So there's a lot of thought that goes into your sink. And if you're designing a new kitchen, the focal point is no longer on just the faucet of the sink, but also on the actual sinks. The next hottest trend for 2022 that is going to be strong is the elimination essentially of the marble backsplash. Yes, it was very hot to have marble backsplashes, but now guess what we're doing? And it's so exciting, is the glazed backsplash. Brace yourselves. The glazed backsplash is one of my favorite new 2022 trends, only because of the fact that they are imperfect. We don't want perfect kitchens and seamless looks. We want to have a little bit of that rustic old world feel, but in a way that's done elevated. This kitchen that I'm going to show you right now is so hot, I can't even take it. It's got a beautiful arched backdrop, a very large backdrop, and it's done in a very modern way with these glazed tiles. So it's also, one of the great things about glazed tiles is that they are very customizable. You can make them in any color, any shape, any pattern, mosaic. Forget the fact that they're easier to clean, but they are also more affordable. I love seeing trends that are friendly on the budget and look extremely elevated. And as you look at these kitchens and these slides that we're providing for you, I believe that you too are really also going to agree with having this type of backdrop, whether they're placed vertically or horizontally. That's not really what's important. It's the fact that you're actually using them. The third must-have 2022 kitchen trend that is so hot that I wish I had. This is really upsetting to me, you guys. Because I'm an interior designer, I see so many things evolve, and then I think about my house, my kitchen, and I'm like, why don't I have one? So if you guys are building a house now, do it. Do an appliance cabinet. Appliance cabinets are my absolute favorite things. I don't like to see clutter, but I also like to live my life. I can't just pretend I don't drink coffee or juice or toast. So what do I want to do? I want to hide them in these cabinets. They are not your grandmother's 80s garage rolling corner units. Oh no, these are highly elevated cabinets that look like your everyday cabinets that you would open, and instead of finding china or instead of finding food, you're going to find your appliances. They are at eye level, they're easy to use, and then when you're done, you close the doors and your kitchen becomes clean, chic, and seamless. Let's not forget how organized you can also be in your kitchen, having this wonderful, great, brand new 2022 update. Number 4, the kitchen cabinets. Everyone asks me, what is the deal? What's happening? What should I do? Should I do gloss? Should I do matte? Should I do this? Should I do that? Well, let me tell you, the hottest trend in 2022, which will definitely bleed into 2023, are wood cabinets. But let me give a little caveat here. Not just your old granny wood cabinet with paneling and, you know, shaker doors or something ornate with beadboard and all that kind of stuff. Throw that out. We are talking about very simple, flat panel wood cabinets. And these wood cabinets are warm, they're modern, but it's not, the entire kitchen isn't necessarily wood. We are mixing the wood and we are mixing it with painted matte cabinets. So go ahead and mix it up. Do your upper cabinets in wood, your lower cabinets in painted finish. All of this reminds me, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please take this tiny little second at this very moment to push subscribe. You have no idea how much that makes me happy and how much I appreciate it. So if you could do that, it is very helpful to me and I would be very grateful. I also have to point out one of my favorite new trends for 2023 that I think is phenomenal is having a marble outline. As you see in this beautiful kitchen, you've got the marble outline on the countertops around the drawers. So you've got a mix of marble and wood. That I think is really at the core of this new trend. The trend isn't putting flat wood everywhere. The trend is mixing your marbles with your wood. Look at these kitchens, time and time again, the way that these kitchens are done, they are bringing in marble, they are bringing in wood, they are overlapping islands that are wood with islands that are marble. It is a beautiful use of the materials and I couldn't love it more. Trend number 5, another favorite of mine, rounded edges. I am actually doing a flip house that you guys are not going to want to miss. If you're not following me on Instagram, you are going to miss out on all of my secrets. So I urge you to follow me at Nina Takesh on my Instagram feed and most importantly stories. Additionally, in my highlights, I have the entire process of my flip. It's called Flip 1, Flip 2. Soon there'll be Flip 3 highlights full of what I'm doing with this flip and what are the new materials we are using. Now back to the new marble rounded edges. I'm actually doing this in my flip, so make sure and check this out. But if you look at these kitchens that I am showing you here on the screen, you will notice that the marble tops on these rounded edges are in fact 1 inch thick. Sometimes they are the thickness of the actual marble. So instead of doing a lip, which was typically 2 inches back in the day, 2.5 inches, sometimes 3 inches, we are basically doing a 1 inch or just the exposed portion of the marble, which is about 3/4 of an inch, which makes it a lot cleaner. And this is an update. Everybody wants something new and something fresh. So don't make a big thick lip, do it clean and do it minimally. Another component of the rounded marble island and rounded, I think, just curves in the kitchen is the fact that we also have these ribbed cabinets. Ribbed cabinets, I believe, are very, very hot, trending. I don't know how much longer they're going to be going, but for now they're here and they really look beautiful in these new kitchens. Number 6, numero 6, shall I go on in every language? Is the newest trend, which I know that I am starving for. Starving. And I hope you guys are starving too, and I'm very passionate about this. In fact, I was at a dinner with the 3 editors of the biggest magazines on the planet in home design, from Veranda, House Beautiful, Elle Decor. And we all agreed, amongst other interior designers, that the newest thing for 2023 and 4, which you're gonna see, is color. And what color are they choosing to dip their toe in? Well, that color is none other than green. Of course, this is not a big surprise. We all know that the color of the year was green, but how has this translated into kitchens? Well, I can tell you right now that materials are being used in kitchens such as green quartzite, as you can see in this kitchen. So it's a green countertop, green island, green backsplash, and also green cabinets. Not just any shade of green, we are talking about the entire rainbow of green. We've got mint green, emerald green, we've got a forest green, we've got a sage green, and we've got green roses as an ode to this. So basically, If you are like me, dying, thirsty for a little bit of color, green is the way to go. It is a very, very hot trend. Again, these are just suggestions. There is no right or wrong in design, but I know a lot of you ask me about what's trending in 2022, and this is why I make this episode. But you cannot go wrong. Do what you love and you will be happy. But with that said, with that caveat, I did want to mention that green is hot. Lastly, if it's out of the question to repaint your cabinets or get a whole new kitchen, which of course many times is the case, why don't you bring in some green appliances? Smeg makes some incredible green, mint green appliances. My favorite of all the greens, by the way, in case you're wondering, nobody asked, but here I am to tell you, is the mint green. That fresh mint has always been a favorite color of mine, and the Smeg appliances are exactly in that shade. I always save the best for last, and the very last trend that is hot to trot, did I just say that? Is the glass partition. What does that mean? Well, look at these photos. It means that people are really taking a right turn, or shall we say a left turn, away from these open grand spaces, because let's face it, a lot of us are living together, one on top of one another, while we are still figuring out whether we should be going back to work or not, or becoming independent people of our own and having these fantastic jobs. Sorry, I didn't mean to digress, but with that said, glass partitions are hot. Why? Because they're airy. They don't make the room feel small, but they give you the ability to have privacy in an open, airy way. Now, these partitions are typically done in black metal. They have different lights. Some of them are very architectural, some of them are industrial, some of them are rounded, some of them are clean. I love all glass partitions. I don't know why. I just want to put one somewhere here. What if I just had one like right there? Why not? If you're remodeling a home, my suggestion is if you want to separate your kitchen from your dining or from a different room, I suggest you do a glass partition. Therefore, you have privacy, sound barrier, and it's still open and very, very on trend. Thank you so much, my beautiful, fantastic, wonderful, kind, generous, loving followers, for watching this episode, especially to the very end. Please give it a thumbs up if you can, so others can get this as a recommendation. I love what I do. I hope it comes out. I shine when the cameras go on when I talk about design, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trending Kitchens. I can't wait to see you guys next week on this episode, where we will talk about something even more exciting in design. See you next week. Have a great week.